Hey Boots, hey, welcome back to your girl's channel. Y'all, this woman is about to explain why her father is not allowed to know her daughters. I don't know if she disowned the man, if she's no contact with him. I don't know, but he wants to know why he is not allowed to know his granddaughters. And she about to tell us exactly why. So let's get into it.
I'm not even sure how to even start this video for real. But y'all, my mom called me this morning. My dad wanted to know why he's not allowed to talk to my daughters. Now, let me take y'all back to 2022, February of 2022. My therapist told me, she didn't tell, she kind of encouraged me to talk to my mom regarding the molestation that I endured when I was a child. And I went to my father and I was just telling him about it, like, hey, this is my therapist, told me to do. They think I should talk to my mom about it. And my father, his response was, why are you trying to attack your mom? Why are you trying to hurt her? I was like, what the fuck? You're my dad. You're my dad. I'm telling you that I was it. And you're saying I want to attack my mom? I should be protecting her? And so we had this big back and forth. He started raising his voice. I don't do too kindly to shit like that. And I called him his first name, and he did not like that at all. It pissed him off when I called him by his first name. Now, mind y'all, I'm pregnant with my third child at this point. He felt like I shouldn't have been pregnant with my third child because I shouldn't have been with my baby father. And for some reason that pissed him off that I was having a baby with my baby father because he wasn't shit. And somehow, some way that pissed him off. And here's the thing. I can understand feeling that way if he was responsible for my children in any capacity. But I don't ask him to take care of my kids. Anytime I've ever asked him and my stepmom to watch my daughters, it was 100% of the time medical reasons. Like I needed to go to the hospital. It was never because I was about to go out to the club or I'm about to go be with a man. I ain't never asked somebody to watch my kids for me to go play. It's always been medical purposes. That's it. My father felt like, I guess, to punish me instead of helping me get my prenatal care by watching my other two little girls. Mind y'all, my OB was right up the street, so it would have been an hour, maybe an hour and a half max. And then mind y'all, I was watching his kids growing up every day, making lunches, changing diapers, picking up from school, dropping off to school. I was that in his kids' lives, right? So you go them damn flies. So for him not to want to help me, to try to teach me a lesson, I felt like that wasn't even his place to even do that. Like your role as my dad, even if you hate the men that I had babies with, you're still supposed to be my father. You're still supposed to help me. Like I'm getting prenatal care. I'm not asking you to watch my kids so I can go suck some dick. But when we had that fight, I called him his first name, and he didn't like that. So he told me that my brother and my stepmom was not allowed to help.
I ain't gonna lie, when she said I called him his first name, I thought she meant like she called him out his name. But basically, she called him by his real name, which parents don't like that. I'm thinking about it. I wish my son would call me by my first name or my nickname. Because I got a few names. My mom call me all kind of stuff. No, it's mama, mommy, mom, ma, at the least. Okay?
My stepmom was not allowed to help me move because I was pregnant. I was three months pregnant, I think, at that point, and I needed to move to Texas. He told them not to help me, and they did not help me, and he told me to stay away from his family. And so now, fast forward a couple years, he wanna. I guess he thought like, okay, well, time has passed, so we should be good. Nah, baby, I'm in a whole different place now, and so he wants to have a relationship with my kids, and I told his ass no. You didn't want me talking about little brother, the same little brother I used to change his diapers. My daddy ain't never changed my kids' diapers. And you tried to sever our relationship. You can't be in my kids' lives. It's not gonna happen.
Most times siblings don't get along. The parents do have something to do with it, believe it or not. The favoritism, the just all kind of stuff. There's a lot of different things that parents do to make the kids go against each other. I've never felt that energy from my mom at all. Thank you, Mom, by the way. Me and my sister could have just blackened each other's eyes. But you ain't finna come say nothing bad about her to me. Because then we got to blacken yours now. Period.
And the thing is, when I was moving, I told him the movers that were helping me, these were going to be felons. Like it was through the little U-Haul program. These are felons that were helping me move. And even those men was like, the one dude, he had stopped me. He was like, "You pregnant?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Man, take you and your babies down to the car. We gonna handle this. Like y'all shouldn't even be in here. All these men." Exactly. It was like 4 different men in my apartment. He was like, "Man, just take you and your babies down to the car. We right here, blah, blah, blah. Like, you shouldn't even be up in here by yourself. Like, how did the fucking felon say that? But my own dad it didn't click for him. He told my brother and my stepmom not to help me move, and they decided not to help me. Now, granted, my little brother was only 17, so it's not really a whole lot he could have done. My father's not the type of father you could tell no to. But my stepmom, she definitely could have said, fuck you, I'm gonna help my stepdaughter. But she didn't want to do that. So, not a problem. Y'all can't be here now. The thing is, it's not the first time that my father has tried to interfere with my livelihood, with my safety. When I was 17, when he left to go to Atlanta and left me in Detroit by myself, he called my jobs and he told them to that he didn't want me working there because I was 17 and I needed his permission. And he told them to let me go. Now, granted, a couple weeks later, I turned 18 and I got my jobs back. But it's just the fact that you moved to a whole different state and you mad at me because I don't want to live with your mom. The same mom who's over here charging me rent. I couldn't afford to live with her, so I went to stay with my friends. And then when his brother fucking choked me out, I was 17 years old. This big ass man, my uncle was like 6'3", over here choking me because he thought I was disrespecting his mom. I never disrespected her. My grandma told my uncle that I was calling her a liar. I've never used those words ever, not even a little bit together. So I'm like, what the fuck? I was so confused when he attacked me. Like, what did I say? And then I found out that my grandma said I had called her a liar. I'm like, I have no reason to, like, what? I have no reason to even call you that. But he put his hands on me. And my dad didn't give a fuck. He was like, well, what did you do? Why did my brother just react? I didn't know. I actually didn't. When I was walking up in that house, I had no idea what was about to happen to me. I did not know what the fuck was going on. I just know he started punching me. Like, what the fuck? And I just feel like I'm not about to keep allowing men to have that type of control. So I treat my dad like any other nigga on the street. You know, I met him when I was 8. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even there for the building blocks of my foundation. So from 8 to 17, he was in my life. And he did not make it easy for me. He gave me a bad reputation. I've done a lot of inner work to heal that little girl who really wanted a dad. Like, my father did not choose me. And y'all, even to this day, I'm in my 30s. I'm 31. And it get me a little choked up because I felt like when I first, like, started being around him, because of all the stuff I went through at my mom's, I thought he was going to be, like, the safe place. Like, we was out here in Fraser in Detroit was way different back then, you know? So I'm thinking, like, I finally got this piece of, like, peace, you know? That's what I thought. And he really bullied the fuck out of me. Y'all know, he used to make me wear tiny ass bras that were cutting in my skin because he read in Africa they put rocks on a girl's breast so that her breasts don't grow. Like, he made me hate my body. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, even the clothes that I would wear, he used to put me in these big ass boy clothes. And it's like, dog, my dad was mean as hell to me. He told me my hair was nappy and that it wasn't gonna grow. And how I didn't look like his girlfriend, now wife. I didn't look like her. My hair wasn't like hers. And I got some just dogging me. He made me feel ugly as hell. And, you know, now that I'm a mom in my head,
they have that saying that where your father is your first love. And in this story, her father is her first bully, her first enemy, the villain. This is sad. This is sad because I watched my husband play with our daughters, and my daughter, I don't care what she say, what her daddy say. They be trying to convince me that I'm wrong when I say this, but my daughter loves my husband more than she loves me. And I just had to accept that, get past it, because I love my daughter so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I come second on her roster. But when it comes to my son, I'm on the top of that pedestal. The son and mom are close, and the daughter and the father are close. That's literally the dynamic in my home. Her daddy should have been her first love and not the villain. He is such a villain in her story. And this girl is getting choked up and emotional just even talking about this.
Feel ugly as hell. And, you know, now that I'm a mom and my hair, in fact, does grow, I just unlearned a lot of the shit. You know what I'm saying? I love my body. I don't feel over-sexualized anymore. I feel very confident in who I am. I'm not dumb. You know what I'm saying? I got my education. I may not have a man, because he always said a man wouldn't want me because of my attitude and stuff like that. I may not have a man, but I have quality people in my life. And my dad is not welcome here anymore, you know? And it takes a lot. That hurts because nobody wants to cut out their parents. But if you been in my life means I have to compromise my peace, or I have to take something away from me for you to have a comfortable seat here, you don't belong here. And it's that simple. The thing is, the way he treated me throughout my life, I would not accept that from a nigga on the street. If I'm not going to accept it from a dude, you know what I'm saying? I promise you, I'm not about to accept being treated like trash from a man who's supposed to be my protector. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's not welcome. He's not welcome. He don't get to know my daughters. He don't get to know this Delisha. He's not welcomed here.
This new generation of people are not playing about their peace. People are not dealing with what they used to deal with anymore. People are speaking out. People are defending themselves. People are finding their backbone nowadays. And it's good in most cases. We have to find our backbone. We have to let people know what our boundaries are. And if they don't respect them, deuces.
One thing I love about my TikTok is y'all are going to make me feel good about myself. Making the decision to go no contact with my father broke my heart, but I learned in being a mom that my daughters, it scared me. I learned that my daughters like me better when I'm happy. And if that means I can't date, if that means I have to sever relationships with the people that I love, I'm willing to make those sacrifices because I love my daughters more than I love anybody on this earth. And I'm by no means am I a perfect mom. I make mistakes every day. But the difference between me and my parents is when I make mistakes, I'm able to apologize. I'm not so into like, you know, when mothers be like, I'm doing the best that I can. I don't agree with that. I feel like, okay, like yesterday when I wanted to yell at my daughter, I am doing the best that I can. I do get frustrated. But in that moment, did I need to tell her to get on, or did I need to apologize to her for, you know, giving her the little sarcasm? I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Because even though I'm trying my best, there's always room to improve. And if somebody is telling you how they're experiencing you, who the fuck are you to tell them that that's not what they feeling? Like, what?
She's absolutely right. I find myself apologizing to my children a lot. And I noticed that it's reciprocated now. Now my children will come up to me and apologize to me for things that they know that they shouldn't have been doing. You know, mama ain't gonna stop yelling. I ain't gonna never stop yelling. But if I take it a little too far, yes, I will give my kids an apology. And what we need to also start doing is listening to our children. Let them speak. All that don't speak until spoken to, all that's bullcrap. That's out the window now. These children need to vocalize their feelings. And as parents, you want to be the first person that they come to, right?
Okay, so apparently I have to, I guess, defend myself or something. I'm not really sure why I even have to explain this, but saying that I have daddy issues is not, like, you're not insulting me. That's, yeah, it's pretty accurate. What y'all gotta understand is my father did not prepare me for the world. I wasn't allowed to date, okay? My interactions with boys came when he left for Atlanta when I was 17 and homeless. In my introduction to men, I learned that they are very transactional at 17 years old. In order for me to stay the night or whatever, get some food, whatever the case may be, the positions that those men put me in was either I fuck for a bed or I had to get the fuck on. So I learned at 17 that men were very transactional. I did not see them as human beings to emotionally connect to. And because of that, because of my view of men, that is why I ended up in the relationship with my baby fathers, with men who are abusive, with men who are very transactional. Like, you do this for me, I'll do this for you. That is how both my baby fathers operate. And that was the safe space for me. That was normal for me. I didn't understand that wasn't healthy until after I had my second child. I started doing a lot more inner healing, because let me tell y'all what happened. It was in 2022. I just had my baby, and I was like, God, I really want a husband, and you know, I really, you know, I want a person. I want just my person. And this is right after coming off of baby daddy number 2, so I was in a very vulnerable place. God told me Like, flat out. And I know this may sound crazy, but God was like, why in the world would I give you a husband when you are how you are? God literally, when I sat there, we was talking, God was like, girl, I'm not about to bless you with no husband and you gonna fuck him up. Like, no, you need to do some inner work first. You need to come to the forefront and confront your old self. And, you know, you have to it's like I had to reopen those old wounds to examine it, to heal them properly. Because putting a Band-Aid, you know, on a wound that needs stitches, on a wound that needs, you know, laser, you know what I'm saying, to burn together, those type of wounds, you can't just put Band-Aids on them. It's still gonna bleed. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to take the bandage off, look at the damage, and and clean it, clean the infection, fix it up. And I had to do that inner work. And so I was committed with my third child. I was like, no, I'm gonna take my mental health a lot more seriously. I'm gonna take my medicine. I'm gonna go to therapy. I'm gonna actually do, you know, like the group sessions. I would miss the group sessions a lot. I would only do the individual. But I was like, no, I'm gonna do the individual sessions and I'm gonna do the group sessions. And I had to, girl, I'm about to cry. Hold on. I had to see myself from the outside looking in, right? All of the things, all of the reactions that I've had, even though I felt justified, there's still so many reactions that I've had in my life towards certain people where I could have chose something differently. I had to forgive myself for staying in that marriage, and I had to forgive myself for staying in that relationship with both of these men because I knew that they did not love me. You know what I'm saying? It got to a point where I knew that they didn't love me, and I had to look at that young woman and say, Delisha, I understand that you just wanted love, but you allowed them to hurt you. Okay, you sat there and you were a sitting duck, and you allowed them to cheat on you, put their hands on you, give you fucking STDs, like hurt you. You did that. So you need to figure out why. And sitting with yourself and saying out loud, you know what I'm saying? Like, I told God, like, okay, I was not loving myself the way I was supposed to love myself, because loving myself also meant setting boundaries and not allowing people to just treat me any type of way. Because yes, I loved me, but I wasn't requiring the world to love me back. You know what I'm saying? So I had to really sit with myself and say that shit out loud. And it was so healing, because it's like I was looking at myself for the first time and like looking at me and looking at where I needed to clean myself. And I was like, okay, this is what you have. This is what I'm working with. This, you know, what do I have to do for you to be okay again, for you to be healthy, have healthy relationships, not, you know, being connected to people who do not mean you any good. And then during that time, I lost friendships. I was best friends with this girl for almost 20 years. And I had to lose that friendship because even though I was her friend, she was not mine. This girl, and I told y'all, that shit hurt. It was 20 years. I had to let that go because she didn't really care for me. And I felt like God stripped me from everybody. I ain't have nobody. I was just here in Texas by myself. No friends, no family. I don't have nobody, right? And so I felt like God needed me to be removed from everybody so I can see where my attention needed to go. Because giving my attention even to her, you know what I'm saying, helping her get a car and doing all that shit I was doing, she wasn't stepping for me like that. She wasn't helping me. I was a single mom. I had no business trying to save her life when I have my own to focus on. So God removed everybody. I was completely alone. In 2023, it was just me and God. And I sat there and I was reading the books, going to therapy, taking my medication. Y'all, who I am today, I'm so fucking proud of her, because y'all don't know y'all don't even know the half of the shit my father put me through. Like, listen, the woman that I am today, I be thanking God every day, because God told me I wasn't ready. And now God told me I am ready. I need to hold tight and not just jump at every opportunity to have a man. Like, I know what I require. I know what God wants me to have. So all that shit, all these dudes trying to do that, like poke fun at me, nana boo boo, you got abandonment issues, you got daddy issues, none of that shit bothers me, because at the end of the day, I know that I put in so much work to heal that little girl inside of me. Like, now I can be, you know, in relations with a man and I don't feel compelled to sleep with him. I don't feel like I need to perform for him. I don't feel like I need to convince him that like I'm worth a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm solid in that now. I feel secure now. I feel proud of me. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that you want it to be like something to hurt my feelings, but it's not. You are absolutely correct. I did have father issues. I did have father wounds. And I took my ass to fucking therapy. So I did the work. I did what I was supposed to do. And God gave me the okay. Y'all see how easy my life is now? Y'all see how I don't want for nothing. That's not a coincidence. I don't want for nothing. I'm in the middle of a bankruptcy, paying 100%. You know what I'm saying? People in my position, they would have been so fucked up. Why am I so comfortable? Why am I okay? Because I did the work. God not gonna leave me fucked up. God loves me. And God's always showed that. So why even allow myself in that marriage, in that relationship with those men, knowing damn well God didn't want that for me? That was my bad. I fucked up. And I told God I fucked up. I mishandled my own heart. And I own that shit. And now, shit, I love my life now. I love my life. Right hand to God. Right hand to God. Y'all know I don't know my left from my right. Right hand to God, I love my life now. And I know it's even better coming because God told me. Like, I have so much peace now. That's not no damn coincidence. I got that peace because I did the work. You know what I'm saying? I told God, I'm sorry. I need you to help me. And God started helping me. And now look at me, chilling like a villain. It's Sunday. We just finished cheer. I'm about to finish my baby's hair. I got enough food to feed my kids. Y'all, I'm broke as hell right now. I don't get paid till fucking Wednesday. Broke as shit. But I got all the food that I need. My gas. I got gas. I got everything I need to make it to Wednesday. You know why? You know why that happens every time? I feel like I'm at a loss. Or I feel like my back is against the wall. He be pulling shit out the sky for me. Because I did the work. I did what I'm supposed to do. So I said all that to say, I'm ranting. But yeah, we all good now. Things are great. I'm good. I love my life. Praise Jesus. You can't hurt my feelings based on my past because, baby, I don't live there no more. And it's a damn shame that you still do. And I'm so sorry for you.
There's a lot of us out here that have daddy issues. Some people have daddy and mommy issues. Not everybody can be a perfect parent. Not everybody can be a good parent. Not everybody can be a decent parent. You get what you're born into, and that's just what you get. But she goes into more detail about her mom's situation and stuff. So I'm going to let y'all continue watching that. But if you're done here, it's okay. I love you, boo. I'll catch you next time. But I'm going to let her tell a little bit more about her story.
For those who want to know what was going on with my mom went through a lot of, okay? And I'm not excusing the fact that she left me hanging when I was 17. She said it wasn't enough room in her apartment for me, so I was homeless. And that's just what it was. Her sister allowed me to sleep on her couch. But unfortunately, the bus stopped, about 2 miles before her apartment. So I had to walk that every day. And it got to a point where it was hard on me. Like, I was going to school in Grosse Pointe, and, on 8 Mile. And, but the transit system don't go into Grosse Pointe. So I had to walk that every day. And then my jobs were in Grosse Pointe and Detroit. And then my auntie lived out in Clinton Township. So if for the people that's in Detroit that understand, you know what I'm saying, that's a lot of walking. It was a lot. It was very demanding. And my senior year, I only went to school for 2 credit hours. And then I worked all day. So I didn't get off work sometimes till 11, sometimes midnight. So a lot of times the buses would stop running. So that's why I was constantly like, I don't want to say selling my body, but I was sleeping with these men, so I had a place to stay. And again, let me tell you about God. God blessed me. This man who they have mixed feelings about him because he was grown as hell, but he saw the lifestyle I was living, and he put me up in an apartment for those couple months. So I ain't have to worry about it. I ain't have to do nothing. I ain't have to do nothing with him. That wasn't the type of time he was on. He helped me, you know what I'm saying, until I was able to go stay with my dad temporarily in Atlanta for those 2 months before I went to the military. Like, I ain't have to do that shit no more. So it's one of those things that's like, my mom, I know she regrets not being there for me, but it's one of those things that's like, well, like, it is what it is now. Like, my mom's she's not bold to my daughters. She don't put my daughters' safety at risk, you know what I'm saying? She called my daughters. So it's like, she may not have been a mom to me, and that sucks, but my mom's a good grandma to my kids, and I can't take that from her. So, it's one of those things that's like, I'm willing to work with her. You know what I'm saying? I do believe she could have been a better mom, but y'all gotta understand, my mom was a baby,
having kids, okay? She was pregnant at 15. She was a little ass girl. She had no business having babies. My mama had 3 kids before the age of 20. Nigga. So it's like my mom had her own healing to do. You know what I'm saying? Her 2 baby fathers, her first 2 out of the 3 were abusive. And y'all, it wasn't no little light shit. Like, this nigga, my little brother's daddy beat my mama's ass, bro. Like, choked her out in front of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucked us up, but bro, beat my mama ass, like, with weapons and shit. Like, you know, she really went through it. So now that I'm a grown up, I'm an adult, I see things differently from my mom. I give her a lot of grace because, like I said, she may not have been a good mom to me, but she's a good mom to she's a great grandma to my kids. My dad don't give a fuck about my daughters. He don't even know their fucking names. He knows my oldest name. That's it. Like, there is just a clear difference. I'm giving my mom another shot because she's trying. She may not be perfect, you know what I'm saying? She cannot undo the past, but she, even when I was talking to her about the, at first, when I first brought it up to her, back when I was 15, she said, oh, you know, she don't remember that, what people do. But then, when 2022 happened, I told her, I was like, no, we need to talk about this, because I know you remember. And my brother had to vouch for me and say, yeah, ma, like, she did say, you know, what I told her. And so, she ended up saying, like, why do you care he dead? And I was like, but I thought you didn't remember. So then we started really talking, and she apologized. And she was like, you know what? I'm sorry that I wasn't there for you. And I'm sorry I didn't protect you. And I believe her. So that's why I'm able to talk to her now, and we could kind of heal through this stuff, because it's a lot, you know? But like I said, I think my mom, just how she is with my daughters, I thank her for that, because it's very healing to that little girl inside of me. Like, at least she is trying to do something different. My dad is not doing shit different. He is being him. I don't want that shit in my life. Unless my father is truly sorry for what he did. Like, y'all, he left me. I was the fucking... And then when I told him I had to sell my body, this nigga gonna say, that was a choice you made. My options was to either walk up fucking gross fucking Gratiot, 8 Mile, and fucking Gratiot all the way to fucking 15 Mile. Like, nigga, this was before Ubers and shit like that. Talking about, I chose that. Bitch, my options were I didn't have no fucking options. And y'all can't say the shelters. I went to the shelters. Man, the fucking counselors was trying to fucking fuck me. Like, this shit was weird as hell. Like, and then they had a fucking curfew. If I wasn't there by like 8 p.m., I didn't get off work usually till like 11. And my father, man, fuck him. That's that. Like, my mom, at least she's trying.
Okay, so let me give you the timeline since you're confused. From 0 to 8, my mama, she was the stereotype. Typical single mama. It was treacherous. We was watching DV. We was watching all types of abuse, fights, all types of shit. We had no business in that type of environment. Like, it was bad. Unstable housing. I went to 11 schools before the 5th grade. It was unstable as shit. Child services came because they said my mom was neglecting us. And she was, because when we went to my father, at that point I was 8 going on 9. I had 14 cavities. We had no immunizations on record. We finished getting our round of shots when I was 12, because you can't get the shots like back to back to back. So yeah, there was a lot of neglect going on. Okay, so from 8 to I would say like 11, my dad, we were trying to be acclimated and getting to know who he was. Like, we knew him, you know. I have like 2 or 3 memories of him. You know, we knew him, but we didn't know this man until we moved in with him. And child services called him and they said, hey, we got your kids. Either come get them or they're going to be in the system. So yeah, he came and got us. Now, when I feel like when I started my period, things just kind of went downhill. My father started accusing me of, you know, wanting boys and shit like that. And at that time, I thought I was gay. I'll be honest with you. I didn't even know I liked boys. Now, from 8 to, let's say 11, during that time, my father was talking about my hair, talking about my physical, my body. I was developing early, so he was, you know, he was just, anything that I wore, he was critiquing really harshly, comparing my body as a 9-year-old little girl to his girlfriend, because she had a flat stomach. I ain't have a flat stomach, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Kind of fucked up my mental, actually. Now, once high school hit, my father just became just some shit, okay? It's a lot of shit that went on today. I don't even feel like getting into that. But your question is, if he was bad, I guess, why would I allow him into my daughter's life? So let's fast forward a couple years. when I joined the military, I got some money. You know what I'm saying? I was sending some money home, and I was hoping that my dad would see, like, I'm trying to be a part of the family. I'm trying to help. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying car notes and shit. It's sending money to help them do closing costs on their house. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help as much as I can. Either taking my siblings where they need to go. Just however I needed to help, I was trying to help. Because I wanted a relationship with my dad. Like, if I don't have a mom, I just had this brand new baby when I was 22. I wanted family. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted a relationship with my dad. And I figured since I'm grown, you know, I got my own house. I was married. I had my own family. I figured we could be in a healthier place because I'm not under his thumb. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking for nothing. Everything I got, you know what I'm saying? I got it on my own. I'm good. So I figured, you know, maybe we could be a family now because, yeah. And honestly, my father was good to my daughter. And then the second baby daddy happened. Now, when I got pregnant with my second baby, that's when my dad was like, he was just disrespectful. And it was bad. But I never denied him access to my girls up until I moved in February of 2022 because of that whole situation with the felons in my apartment and him, you know, I'm telling him like, yo, I'm pregnant. I need somebody here with me. And him basically just ignoring me like tough titty. So that's what made me kind of turn on him because it went from, it's one thing when you leave me flat on my ass. It's another thing when you put my daughters in a situation where I'm telling you like, yo, I got babies here. You know what I'm saying? And you put them in a situation where something could have happened to them. If those men would have just knocked me out, they could have did anything to my daughters. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when I started seeing my father as like a regular nigga on the street. That's when I started accepting that he didn't see me as his daughter. Because if he saw me as his daughter, regardless if we were in a fight or not, he just wouldn't have allowed me in that type of space. So, you know, that's when shit changed. That's when I just cut ties. Cause nah, you're not about to do that to my babies. I know y'all like to do that whole, it's two sides to every story. And I do respect that. But when it comes to something like this, because it's so touchy, I'ma just respectfully ask y'all to back the fuck up. You can ask questions for real. I'm cool with that, but don't allude to, you know, there's parts of the story that's missing. My daddy dragged me, okay? Like, he fucked me up bad. He did so much shit to me. He even laughed at my brother. This was like probably last year, I think. Him and my brother had a conversation. He told my brother, right hand of God on my kid's life. My father said, yeah, I made sure that her self-esteem was low because I was developed early and he didn't want me acting like my mama. So he was like, yeah, I made sure her self-esteem wasn't too high, but the whole time he didn't even understand. He broke me. You know what I'm saying? I get what he was trying to do. He didn't want me being the fast ass and all of that, but he broke me. You ain't need to, you didn't need to break my heart. You know what I'm saying? I already been through a lot, you know? So I get it, the whole two sides to every story thing. I do get that, but respectfully, if you feel so compelled to hear his side, you can shoot me a DM. I can give you all his information. Y'all could talk it, chop it up, do whatever y'all gotta do. I'm not, like, my story is what it is. And my siblings, they on my TikTok. So if I'm lying, I'm pretty sure one of them should come to their daddy defense. Like, somebody vouch for your dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of us. It's like 6 of us. Nigga, vouch for your damn father.
If you liked the video, please like the video, subscribe. I love you, and I hope to catch you in the next one, boo.